everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup featuring two teams who both came away with wins a week ago and know it should be a good battle today. It's the Saints going up against the Giants.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. This one taken from the 7.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Giants are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Saints, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. Green, 30. Detroit. Leopard. Set. Green, 39.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So that one will be accepted. From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs him off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for the Giants. 53 yards. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Shift together here from the D-line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards. Now a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Gun.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Leopard. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. To go here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
New York set to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
All right, here we go. Over.
The slot man in motion right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. 3rd down and 12.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The tight end in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30. Leopard. No. Watch him now, Barney.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. We got 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Giants. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
10 yards still left on second down.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A gain of 13 and also the first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Detroit! Detroit!
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Over here! Here we go! Leopard! Black 99 Philly! No, check! Patriot!
Now they try the right side here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Yeah, baby! Gun! Leopard! No, check! Patriot! Over! No, check! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Hurry up, here we go!
Flush to his right. This is intercepted. picked off near the 29. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here we go. Now, check. Green, 39. Green. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hurry up. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Slot man moves right. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go. All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. Good.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. Shedding the tackle. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Fielded at about the 28. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Giants on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Shift. Now let's go. All right, now look at 56.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, what a juke into space. And a touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. So they're going to go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Here we go now. Over. Leopard. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Checking in on Houston, it's in the fourth quarter there. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they try the right side here. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to run past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And now here's a carry heading left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on fourth. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.